Hey, what's up, guys? Quick life update right around the corner for me. In literally 2 days on Friday, I will be leaving for Scotland. What am I doing in Scotland? Well, I'm actually going to the big International Climate Change Summit in Glasgow, Scotland, called COP26. COP stands for the Conference of Parties. This is the huge annual international event where world leaders come together to discuss what they're doing about the climate crisis and what they can commit to in terms of things like reducing emissions and other things like that. And I'm actually going with kind of a coalition of Christian groups, which is super cool. And really, it's awesome that a few of us were able to get passes to this event because, as you can imagine, with COVID, they are not accepting very many people. But for about a little over a year, I've been a member of a group called Young Evangelicals for Climate Action, and we got some passes. So that's where I'm headed. Super excited to be there and to represent Jesus in this kind of an international setting. I wanted to kind of explain why it matters to me and why I'm going. So, biblical environmental justice. What is that? What's biblical environmental stewardship? I want to kind of unpack that and its biblical foundation really quick. It goes back to Genesis. Genesis 1:28 NLT reads, "Then God blessed them and said, 'Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and govern it. Reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground.'" So we know that the earth belongs to God. But we also know that He has put us in charge of managing this world. For better or for worse, we are in charge of our environment and how we manage our natural resources. I'm going to the COP26 to advocate for responsible stewardship of our natural resources. That means action in terms of climate change, because we know that climate change is already impacting not only our ecosystems, but also people, populations, our neighbors around the world in very severe ways. So this also goes back to the golden rule, doing unto others as we would have them do unto us. Now, I'm not just talking about neighbors across the street, but I'm talking about those who need help, orphans, widows, people who are very poor in other countries, marginalized, houseless people that maybe had to relocate because of a natural disaster that was worse because of climate change, farmers struggling to make a living because of severe droughts that are made worse by climate change, refugees, and also the kids that are growing up today that didn't set up this system of that caused climate change, but future generations will be living with the results of whatever decisions we make here in the next few years on the climate crisis. So I am going to COP26 to advocate, one, for a biblical approach to environmental stewardship and to represent Jesus in this very practical, very focused, modern capacity of environmental justice from a Christian perspective. Two, I'm going to learn as much as I can at this big event and network, meet as many people as I can, because I feel called and I am fairly confident that at some point in my future I will be a leader on some kind of level in natural resources, and I want to be able to learn how it's done and see how it's done from international leaders. I don't know if I'll be on a world stage like they are, but I might. Okay, so I'm sharing this video with you for a few different reasons here. I am hoping that you will join me in advocating for biblical environmental stewardship, that you would start conversations about the climate crisis and talk about not just solutions, but also like why does it matter from your perspective as a Christian. If you want to follow me and share my stuff on social media, go for it. I'm going to be putting out a lot in the next week, which is how long I'll be there in Scotland, 1 week. So you can follow me on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook are my main ones. Oh, also TikTok. I'm starting TikTok, so go find that if you haven't already. So that's what I got. Thank you guys for tuning in.